Costa Rica's Osa Peninsula is widely recognized as one of the most biologically intense areas in the world.
The Biológico corridor of Osa is situated in the South Pacific of Costa Rica.
It's an area that goes from the south of Corcovado till the National Park Marino in the north, and on the west it goes until Caño Island.
But the thing is that all the part that is in between those areas is not protecting right now.
It's crucial for the protection of many species in threat to extinct and many different living beings that choose this area as a nesting, a breeding area.
Seems like a logical place to safeguard for the amazing diversity of life that prospers there, from sharks to the little creatures upon which all the rest are based.
We are talking about seabirds,
huge population of turtles. We have a lot of invertebrates. We have the coral reef, because coral reef are endangered. There are different species of corals endangered in this part of the country. And we have populations of mocharan sharks that are, again, critically endangered. So there is an endless list of species that needs to be protected here.
Every year it hosts two populations of humpback whales that come either from the south or from the north and come there to spend a few months to raise their calves and also to reproduce.
Those huge whales are the umbrella species of this marine corridor.
Everyone loves whales, and so they are a very important also element for the tourism and for the ecotourism. If it was to happen that these areas didn't exist anymore, I mean, where would they go? They don't have any other place to go.
We are putting in risk all these populations that are not only from Costa Rica, that are all around the world.
We believe it's important to protect because it's a connectivity between so many marine life that travels from one side to another side just to reproduce, just to breed, just to live.
This is a time to do what seems logical. Protect the land, but why not similarly protect the adjacent ocean? It's not a distinct system, it all works in concert.
There are many threats, of course, around here. One of the biggest, I would say, is the fishing industry. So there's a big problem, especially with the long line fishing. Those are huge fishing lines that can reach up to 100 kilometers long, which is completely crazy. So those long line fishing vessels usually look just for one or two type of species that they can sell on the fishing market. So for example, snappers or groupers. The thing is that when you put a line out there with 1,000 hooks, it's not like there is no selection. So when they come back to take out the line and get what they have been catching, everything is already dead. We have entangled events almost every day, that be from whales or sharks, even turtles or dolphins. So it's a really big problem.
A shark has more value alive than dead. Dead represents some $100 or maybe a few $1,000s in the economy of a country. But if you have a shark alive, that represents probably hundreds of thousands of dollars coming from the tourist industry.
The conversion of that fishing industry into tourist is a good move, because it's a way to stop putting pressure on the ocean. And if we teach the tourists how to respect the corals, how to respect the whales, how to respect the animals in the ocean, I think there is a sustainable solution that is going to last forever. People ask me, what actually is Innoceana? I will say, we are a group of people. We are a group of people that love the ocean. This is Innoceana. What we try to do is to use different technology and innovation to preserve and improve the conservation in the ocean. We have projects that go from coral mapping to creating interactive books for kids.
With Innoceana, we have created this year, in 2021, the Marine Conservation and Education Center, the first center of its kind here in Costa Rica. And the idea with this center is really to raise awareness, educate the community and the tourism, and also, of course, keep doing a lot of research, bring in a lot of data in order to prove to the governments and to the local authorities that change needs to be made and that this area needs to be protected.
The full protection of this corridor, this river of life adjacent to Oso Peninsula, safeguarding what people value most, life itself, will be enhanced.
The work of Innoceana during the last 3 years in Costa Rica has been about understanding the animals, understanding the health of the ecosystems, mapping the coral, working closely with the communities, working closely with the rangers.
In order to create a marine protected area, the government needs proof. It needs data, it needs concrete details on what is happening in order to take decisions. By including the community with us in all those research, we've seen a huge change in their habits.
Costa Rica is a Latin American country that it's considered around the world like a third world country, and well, that's something determined by the economy of each of the countries. But when you are in here and you see closer how much richness we have in nature, it's a rich coast, full of life.
In general, I would say that Costa Rica is very keen to keep protecting the ocean, but there is a lot to be done. Local communities live here. They live because the fish, they live because the tourists, they live because all of that industry. So if they don't protect it, they are not going to have a future. If the community is not working together in this with us and with the country, there is nothing we can do. So we need the community.
We have destroyed so much the marine ecosystem. We have lost so much of biodiversity.
We have seen how coral reef is disappearing, seagrass is disappearing.
The ocean has seemed infinite, able to recover from whatever we put in or whatever we take out, but now we know. We understand that the ocean is in trouble. That means not only is the ocean at risk, we're at risk.
If we don't have the ocean that is providing with food, providing with the carbon sequestration, is providing with oxygen. And the truth is that we are getting close to a situation where it's going to be too late. But now is not too late. So now is the moment. We need to act. We need to support the communities. We need to work closely with the small organizations and make the difference.
It's already changing. There's so many initiatives around the world. There's so many things happening, so many projects, so many people trying to fight to save the ocean. And that is a big hope for me because I really see how it's evolving.
Local organizations, community organizations like Innoceana, for example, we believe are very important. We work in the front line. We are the first line in the work of conservation. So we go into the water, we work with the community, we work with the rangers, we work with the schools. We are in the reality. Small organizations are the organizations that are going to save the oceans, probably, but only if people support.
This is the solution. Supporting those organizations, getting involved with those organizations that are in the front line for the ocean protection is key.
Go online, look for the organization nearby or wherever and support them, because this is what is needed.
I think that probably it's not the best moment, because I would like to live in the time that nature were proliferant and rich everywhere. But I am happy that I am in this moment because it's easier for me to show how important it is to do the small actions.
Doesn't really matter what you are good at. Find it and use it in marine conservation, because marine conservation is a 360 problem. So we need to solve it in a 360 way solution. So whatever you do is possible to apply into marine conservation. So just find a way to do it, because there is a way.
Certainly hope that anything that you can do to support this initiative will be undertaken, and to do it while there's still time.
You want to get involved in the first line of conservation with us, just come join us and let's go together into the water.